Hi everybody, welcome back to our Sky English lesson. Alright, so today we are going to look at lesson 27, but today it's gonna be the vocabulary part. As you can see from this page, right? Cooking, so two people are cooking, so actually today we are going to look at the cooking verbs. Cooking verbs. Alright. Let's get started and pay attention to the pronunciation and also the meanings because you need that to do the exercise. All right, let's start with the first one. Repeat after me. Cook. Cook. So when you cook food or when your food cooks, it is heated until it is ready to be eaten. That means you do heat it, you make it warmer by using maybe on fire, the gas or stuff to cook it. All right, next one. Repeat after me. Peel. Peel. When you peel fruit or vegetables, you remove their skins. So peel, you can use this word with both fruit and vegetables. Next to peel is slice. Slice. Slice means you cut things into a thin pieces. Thin pieces as you can see in the picture, right? A very thin pieces of meat. Next to slice is chop. Chop. This one, if you chop something, you cut it into pieces with strong downward movements of a knife or an axe. So for example, you can see in the picture, just cut it downward. And what's the difference with slices? That when you slice things, that piece is thin, but chop, you don't need it to be thin. Next one, mix. Mix. Mix when you put two substances, two things, or more than one thing with another, stir or shake, combine them in some other way, like this, like in the picture. Mixes. Next one, beat. Beat. If you beat eggs, cream, or butter, you mix them thoroughly using a fork or beater. You can see from those two pictures, right? The first picture, this one is called a beater, and this the fork, right? We can use this two thing or maybe the whisk to beat things. Next one, pour. Pour. If you pour a liquid or other substance, you make it flow steadily out of a container by holding the container at an angle. Or like this one, normally if we use pour, we use it with the liquid. Make it like flow to the other container or the other substance. Next to pour is heat. Heat. Heat means when you raise the temperature, like maybe the flame or another special piece of equipment. This one, make it hot, you call it heat. Next to heat is melt. Melt. So melt, that means that substance was solid. For example, you can see this one. The butter, it's melting, right? So when the solid substance melts into liquid, we call it melt. How can it melt? Because it has been heated, or maybe just get higher temperature, so it's melt. Next to melt is bake. Bake. So if you bake, you spend some time preparing and mixing together ingredients to make bread, cakes, pies, or other food which is cooked in the oven. So the bake, when you use the verb bake, that means you put something in the oven. You cooked it in the oven. That's why we call it bake. Next to bake is boil. Boil. Boiled, if you boil food when it boils, it's cooked in a boiling water. So look at the first picture. This one is the boiled water. Boiling water. You boil the water, heat it up. And then this one, when you boil something, boil food, for example, in this picture, you boil the eggs in the boiling water just to cook it. Next to boil is fry. Fry. When you fry food, you cook it in a pan which contains hot fat or oil. As in the picture, this is the oil, hot oil, and you put food in it to cook. That is fry. Next to fry, burn. Burn. If you burn something that you are cooking, if it's burnt, you spoil it. Because you used too much heat or you cooked it for too long. So it's burned and you just spoil it. You can't really eat it anymore. Next to burn is test. Test. Actually, test could be in two ways. So now we are talking about the cooking verbs. So we are going to look at test as the verb first. So, if you test some food or drink, you eat or drink a small amount of it, a tiny little amount of it, in order to try its flavor, for example, to see if you like it or not. Test. Take a little amount. If it's good, like that. Try its flavor. What does taste like? That is test. Next one, test as a noun. Also, we use this word in the cooking way all about food because taste as a noun is one of the 5 senses that people have. Or when you have food or drink in your mouth, your sense of taste makes it possible for you to recognize what it is. That might be sour, maybe salty, delicious, stuff like that. Next one, sprinkle. Sprinkle. So sprinkle, that means you scatter the liquid or powder over something else. If you sprinkle a thing with something such as a liquid or powder, so that means thing that you can sprinkle is gonna be very, very like small. If it's like if it's solid, like in the picture, like that one, this. Next to sprinkle is serve. Serve. When you serve food or drink, you give people the food and the drink. So that one is serve. Next to serve, grill. Grill. Grill, to grill food, you use a very strong heat directly above or below it. For example, this one, you can tell the heat or the fire underneath the meat right away under the stick. That is grill. That's it. That's it for today. Or the cooking verbs that we need to look at. Alright, so now let's review how to read it. Everybody please repeat after me. Cook. Cook. Peel. Peel. Slice. Slice. Chop. Chop. Mix. Mix. Beat. Beat. Pour. Pour. Heat. Heat. Melt. Melt. bake, bake. Boil, boil. Fry, fry. Burn, burn. Test, test, test. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Serve, serve. Grill, grill. All right, let's review the word together. If you remember what verb is it? What is this one? This one is grill. How do you spell it? How do you spell it? G-R-I-L. Very good. Grill. Next one. Burn. You can read here. Burn. How do you spell burn? B together. B-U-R-N. Burn. Good job. Next one. Mixing using fork or beater. It is beat. How do you spell beat? B-E-A-T. Beat. Good job. Cut into thin pieces. Slice. Spell together. S-L-I-C-E. Slice. Next to slice. Cooked it in the oven. We call it bake. Spell it B-A-K-E. Bake. Next one. Give people food and drink. Serve. S-E-R-V. Serve. How about next to serve? Cook in the pan with hot oil. Fry. How do you spell fry? F-R-Y. Fry. Good job. How about this? Scatter the liquid or powder over something. Sprinkle. How do you spell sprinkle? S-P-R-I-N-K-L-E. Sprinkle. Next to sprinkle. Cooked in boiling water. Spell it B-O-I-L. Boil. How about this? Make the liquid flow steadily out of the container. It is pour. How do you spell pour? P-O-U-R. Pour. Next to pour, cut something into pieces with a strong draw downward. Just chop. Nice. Alright, so that's all the word that we need to look at today. All the words that you need for the exercise. Remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to text me. You got my line, right? Be careful with your exercise. Remember to write your name, your nickname, and your number, your class as well. Read the instructions of the exercise carefully. This really, really matters with your score. Alright, enjoy the exercise and hope you enjoyed the lesson for today. See you later. Bye.